Hi there, how are you, everyone? Um, as always, I trust that you're safe and well, and I'm just gonna get right to it and see what what words of encouragement we have today. I haven't seen the sun all day. It's been raining, it's been raining since I woke up very early this morning, and now I see the sun peeping out. So just in time for us to have our little chat. So my bag and I have been reunited. Last week I did something a little bit differently. So this week I'm back with my little bag. So let's see. Alrighty then. This one says, imagine the possibilities. Imagine the possibilities. And what do I want to say about this today? There's so many things I could say, but I'm going to keep it short. There are times when we have to, not forced to, but there are times when we're put in situations that we need to kind of take another look at things, take a different look, kind of get as I've said this before, kind of a panoramic view. Maybe some things that we thought weren't possible for us before, there comes a time in life when we have to look at it and say, I mean, can it really be? Can I see that far? Can I imagine that happening? Well, if you can imagine it, you can have it, as we've heard that said in various forms. And you've heard me say here before in one of my previous little chats with you. I've said this time that we're in, this very interesting time that we're in, we've been for months. I know many people have gone back out to work and so on, but for months we were given the opportunity to just be still if we wanted to kind of take a look at our maybe our priorities, kind of look at things that other possibilities, if you will. Just look at, instead of what I was forced to do or not forced to, what I chose to do during this time is just to look at it, as I've said before, look at this time as a reset period, a time to sit back and maybe reconsider some things that I had cast aside, or just to look at this time as, what if this is the time when I can really take on some of those things that I thought I couldn't, or some of those things that I thought weren't important or were not possible for me, were out of reach. Well, we have been given the time now to just imagine the possibilities. What if? All those dreams that we've had and we've put them aside, all those things that we thought weren't possible for us. What if we just imagine that they are possible? There is something that I really like to say and it's not what you look at. I read it somewhere years ago. I can't remember where, but I've kind of adopted it as mine. It's not what you look at, but what you see that's important. It's not what you look at, it's what you see. What kind of possibilities can you imagine? What kind of possibilities can I imagine? Do I dare to let my imagination run wild and go as far as I think that it can go? How far can I see? And over the weekend on Sunday, I was listening to the Reverend Michael Beckwith, and he said something that reminded me of that saying, but he put it this way, and I hope I can get it right because it stuck with me. He said, you don't describe what you see what you describe. Yes, it's not what you look at, but what you see. You don't describe what you see what you describe. So what if we start see to see what looked like the impossible, and just imagine it instead to be possibilities. We can begin to see a little differently, to see the other side of things, and to um, see what we describe, see what you begin to describe your dreams, see the possibilities, imagine the possibilities, describe them, bring them into manifestation. So my words of encouragement to you today, and as you carry this forward, that no matter how things may be looking, start to look at the other side. Imagine all of the possibilities. This time is like, consider this time like fertile ground. Yes, fertile ground. So many things can happen. It's a blank canvas. You can begin to paint. Imagine new things happening for you. All those dreams, those things that you kind of kept at the back of your mind as probably just a foolish dream or something unattainable. Imagine that it is possible right now, because guess what? It is. If it weren't possible for you, you couldn't even imagine it. So I'm encouraging you today to, if you haven't been doing it, it's never too late to start, to let your imagination just do all sorts of amazing things and just imagine the possibilities that the universe has for you, the possibilities that life has for you. So those would be my words of encouragement for you today. If you haven't been doing it, just begin to imagine all that is possible for you, right? Yes? So until I see you next, keep dreaming, keep imagining, because if you can imagine it, it's possible for you. So until I see you again, until I speak with you again, remember, please live well, live blessed. Bye bye, everybody.